1868 and 72. Official reports, got all the Australian touring matches in Philadelphia at that time. Perfect copy. West Indies, 1936. Into this colonial cricket tournament. Winder's bookplate. Barbados versus Trinidad. Lovely copy. Back to England. Warwickshire County Cricket Club. Sounds ordinary, 1924. It's the only copy I've ever seen. Produced by Sydney Santor. Here's an interesting one. Life of Richard Linsell, the Essex cricketer, pedestrian and quit player. Chris Saunders reproduced this a few years ago as a little limited edition, and this is the original use for that reproduction. But this one's from 1921. Put a few tour brochures in the listing. Some of the scarcer ones. South Africans 1907 by Eventascope. MCC in Argentina 1913. Nice copy of a scarce little booklet. This one's small but fun. 1909 Australians. And wouldn't be complete without something from the Bodyline tour. This scarce Australian production. Got all the history as well as pen pictures for the tour. And we have also one of Arthur Mayley's many tour brochures with his wonderful cartoons. This one I think is 1921. That's what they look like. Wow. Brooklyn Cricket Club, back to America. Rules of the Brooklyn Cricket Club, 1856, and it's probably a unique copy. Back on collecting, predecessor of Boundary Books, A.J. Gaston. This was one of his very early catalogues where he listed the collection of his friend who died recently, A.D. Taylor, and that's how they did catalogues back in the 20s. Some of the prices are fun. You can get a 1879 Wisden for 4 shillings, but it's a collector's item in itself. Okay, I can sit down now. Another shelf full. This is the West Indian Cricketers 1886, which is a pretty scarce thing, and this is what it looks like in real life. Original albumen photograph as the frontispiece of the team, and a very rare booklet. Okay, where should we go next? Old Somerset Cricketing Days by William Tate. Lovely little book on early Somerset cricket. That's what it looks like. It's bound in vellum. Beautiful little thing. Iredale, the Australian cricketer from the late 19th century, wrote his reminiscences, 33 years of cricket. It's a paperback. There he was when he wrote it. And it's got some super cartoons in it. And a lot of primary material. First cricket tour book, 1859. Fred Lillywhite, everyone knows this. Nice copy in the original binding, and the book is a lot of fun. A lot of non-cricket in it. There's the ship in the gale crossing the Atlantic in 1859. It wouldn't do for today's cricketers. Another biography, H.V. Hordern, Australian googly bowler just before the First War. The book itself is quite scarce, but the dust jacket really makes it. This one. Another tour book, Shaw and Shrewsbury. Which features an original photograph as a frontispiece, and that's quite often missing. And the book itself is a nicely produced thing. A.D. Taylor, Cheltenham Cricket Week. This was Winder's copy. Take that off. That's the original cover. It's fallen out. There's Gilbert Jessup. And there is Cheltenham College. This is a book you don't see very often. A.D. Taylor wrote a lot of little booklets, and this one, Famous Sussex Cricketers, is rarely found. This copy's been preserved in a nice green binding. There it is. Staffordshire Cricket. They won the minor counties in 1911, and this booklet, which is, I don't think is in Padwick, belonged to one of the players. Nice full leather binding, marbled end papers, and it's the results of all the matches that he played in. Now this is interesting. Produced by the Strand magazine, 25 cricket stories. It looks very ordinary, but you can't find it. It features 3 or 4 stories by P.G. Woodhouse on cricket, and they were the first time those stories appeared. It's an ordinary looking production, but if you can find a copy on the internet, it's over £2,000. They just don't exist. Collected by P.G. Woodhouse collectors, really, but it's all cricket. Another scarce American item, the Crossman family in Philadelphia Cricket, not in Padwick again. A family production. Several members of the family all played cricket in Philadelphia. It's nicely produced, handmade paper, uncut edges, gilt top edge, full leather. Harold Pinter, famous Harold Pinter, playwright, wrote mad on cricket, had his own team, and wrote a few scarce little booklets. This one's called The Catch, which was produced in an edition, I think, of 500, but this is the special hardbound one. It's marbled paper, handmade, and limited to very few. And finally, we've put the 8 volumes that were issued of the Australian Wisdom in a limited edition. Black leather, 100 copies only. These are number 9. This one had Bradman on the front, the year Bradman died. So hard to find these days. wisdom collectors snap them up. So I hope you enjoyed that very quick run through of eAlert 200. These are the books again, 4 shelves, all fully described in the eAlert. Many of you subscribe to us and you get the alerts regularly. If you don't, then the detail, just go on the website and subscribe, free subscription, and you'll get first look at all this sort of thing. When we've completed these 100 books, we're going to do a second part of the alert, which will be 100 non-books, pictures, photographs, autographs, memorabilia. That'll come in a month or so. Thank you.